Hey everybody, it's Summer time and it is day 5 of the Mountains of Sea Trail 2021 through hike, and just got up this morning, had a great night's sleep, no wind, and it was chilly, but I think without the wind it was fine. I don't know what the degree got down to. Definitely slept with my water filter last night, so just in case, but I don't think it got to freezing. If it did, it didn't bother me. But this is a little campsite mentioned on the Mountains to Sea Trail guide, the MST guide you can download on Android or Google. And it's just a little, this is the trail, side trail goes back over to the MST there, just a few feet, but there's a nice screen of trees here, and just a small opening, not a lot of flat area, a lot of roots, but there's a lot of moss, and someone has camped here before. There's a tiny little fire pit there that hadn't been used very often, but this is my setup. I'm mostly packed up now. I've got my ground pad and everything in my bag already, but I have my little shelter set up there. You can see where? Oh, I dropped this side quite a bit to help with the wind. And the bottom back there is pretty much flush with the ground. And then this side's a little higher for getting out and stuff. What I'm really liking about the tarp so far as a shelter at night is that there's no condensation because there's such good airflow. Now you got to kind of balance that with not letting the wind, get you at night. But there's enough airflow through there that there's no condensation buildup, so it's not wet in the morning. So I'm getting up dry sleeping bag, no residual dampness or anything on that. So I'm liking that. It's just super comfortable and just loving how easy it is to set up, and I like calling it home. So I'm gonna get that all thrown in the bag and we're gonna get hiking and get some miles done today. Not a bad view. I remember getting lost in here in 2012. Like a labyrinth or a house of mirrors made of pine trees. Looks to be better blazed nowadays. Ground score, just hiking the trail over there, showing y'all this pine tree labyrinth. When I saw the corner of my eye, this blue thing on the ground about, 40, 30 yards away. And somebody had, I guess, a blowout over here of a pack. I found a sock up the way. Maybe they had to get out of here quick. This is a Mountain House breakfast skillet, and it's sealed and ready to go. Now, I brought my Mountain House meals on this trip to get through them because they had expired. Like I said, I think I bought them like 6 years ago, and they had expired. Look at this. 2050. Let me get some of these and put them on the shelf. Dang. There's also a no BS bar, but I'm allergic to whatever's in it. That's actually where I got turned around in 2012. Appreciate the arrow, MST Trail Builders. Yeah, it's amazing here. Not amazing, well, also amazing, but also a maze in here. Busy day today. So today is kind of the second half, end half of the second segment of the Mountains of Sea Trail, the Balsam section. It's been awesome. If you're gonna choose only one segment in the mountain area to do, I know there's some coming up, but I just really feel like there's a lot of beauty on this one section, especially the second half. So from where I camped last night, even a little bit before that, about halfway through my hike yesterday, you start hitting a lot of these beauty spots and finally getting some views. And today it's gonna take me through quite a few spots. You got Graveyard Ridge and then the Graveyard Fields, which is popular spot to go day hiking, and then Skinny Dip Falls. I did not see anybody naked there last time. Probably a little chilly for it this year. And then the Art Loeb Trail intersects the Mountains of Sea Trail and runs with it for a little bit. And the Art Loeb Trail is awesome. If you'll forgive me, I'm gonna be looking at these bridges while I cross them. In 2012, I met 3 through hikers on the whole hike, and one of them was Scott Ward, who wrote the guide I was following, and then the other 2 were Mrs. Gorp and Stump Knocker from Vermont and Florida, respectively. Excuse me. Oh, got some big water obstacles coming up. So they told me, oh, if you didn't take the Art Loeb loop, you should do that next time, because they had taken the time on their through hike to do the whole Art Loeb loop because of how beautiful it is. And I forget how many miles it is. I think you can do it in 2 or 3 nights. But it's a strenuous hike, but it's short enough that, you know, if somebody's in shape for that kind of hike, it's a good introduction to a multi-day through hike kind of a scenario for your friends and family. So yeah, a lot to see today, and highly recommend the second half of segment 2. Well, one downside to through hiking the MST in the early spring rather than the late summer is no blueberries. In 2012, I remember a whole lot of the trail was just lined with blueberry bushes. That slowed me down quite a bit, but delicious. But on the plus side, no bugs. Tridge back! Hey, this is Skinny Dip Falls. I think it's a little too cold for anybody to do the namesake challenge here, but definitely swimmable.
Golly, that water looks clear and inviting, but it's way too cold for me. I don't have a towel. So, in 2012, I was here in late August, and this place was crawling with people. At least 20 people here. But I really met some of the coolest people from the hike on that day. I can't remember all their names, but they were folks from Asheville, working in the service industry, and they were like, "Oh, you're getting up to the hotel, the Pisgah Inn up there. Our friend works in the kitchen. You got to get that trout filleted tableside, son." And they gave me some moonshine, and we chilled for like an hour. And you know, they said hit me up whenever I come to Asheville. I never did end up meeting with them, but if they happen to see this video, big ups to you guys. Y'all made my day that day. It's also nice to be here all by yourself too, though.
Hey everybody, summertime on top of a little bald, I forget the name of it, small bald, something. It's the next tiny little peak up from the Pisgah Inn. So, did a good big day today, and I realized it was going to rain all day tomorrow. So while I was hiking, doing some mileages, and figured out I was going to get near the Pisgah Inn at the end of today. So I called them from the trail and said, "Do you have anything for Saturday night, motel room open, so that I could camp in the woods nearby, and then when it began to rain all Saturday, I could just go back to Pisgah Inn, hang out in the lobby, charge my phone and stuff, and wait for my room, and then check in and avoid the rain all day." So they said, "No, sorry, we're all booked Saturday, so no good." While I was hiking, though, I was like, you know what, let's just see if serendipity works out for us, and when I get there in person, I'll just stick my head in and ask if there are any cancellations. And lo and behold, they had one cancellation while I was hiking during that 3-hour window, so I did get a room tomorrow. So I'm just camped out here, just open right now, eating some dinner on top of this ridge. No wind tonight. The rain for all day tomorrow doesn't start until like 4 and 5 in the morning. So I'm just gonna lay out like this, and when the rain starts and wakes me up, I'll pack everything up real quick and go back down to the Pisgah Inn and hang out where it's dry until I can check in. And from here to the Pisgah Inn is maybe like a half a mile, maybe a little less. So that's the plan. The trail to get up to this little view was not the easiest, so I don't foresee people coming up here at night or people checking to see if there's unofficial campers going on camping up here. Maybe some high school romance or something like that, but I'll just disarm them with my smile. But plan on getting a good few hours of sleep here before the rain comes in, and then a big 0 day tomorrow to recharge everything, because my batteries on my phone and my backup battery are going a lot quicker than my hikes in the past because I'm doing so much more video. Hey everybody, it's summertime. It's about 7 in the morning. I woke up around 6:30. No rain. Forecast was calling for rain starting at 4 in the morning. So I was set up for that with my tarp. Ooh. strung up the way it needed to be to block the rain and allow me to take it down quickly, and all my bag all packed underneath it and just ready to grab and go. I can make my way back to the Pisgah Inn, but not raining yet. I haven't checked the weather again since I turned on my phone, but if it doesn't rain today, I'm gonna feel like a bit of a wimp sitting around the hotel room during a dry day if it's good to be hiking instead. But like I said, my batteries are pretty much all the way dead. I could definitely do some laundry in the sink, and got some catching up to do with the video editing. So even if it doesn't rain, I'm just gonna chalk it up to a day of rest and a day of work and a day of good breakfast. So I'm now making my way back to the Pisgah Inn. It's just like a quarter mile, maybe a little more. And I won't be able to check in until 3 this afternoon, but I think their breakfast starts at 7 or 7:30. So maybe I can grub on that and then post up, and hopefully they'll let me, hopefully the people that are in my room today will check out super early and I can get in there. All right, after 5 hours of, well, not quite 5, let's see. After almost 5 hours of waiting around in the check-in area at the Pisgah Inn, there is no real lobby, but the staff has been really caring and nice about my situation. So they pulled me a little chair from the dining room and let me sit in the gift shop for 5 hours, charging my phone, watching videos, and kept bringing me reading material to keep me busy, asked me all kinds of questions, gave me a free sandwich, and I think expedited the cleaning staff to get this room ready for me. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's driving rain sideways. And it's pretty much just a giant cloud up here where I am. So no regrets on getting this room. Yeah, first thing I'm doing after I cut this phone off is take a shower and start my homework. So this is my day 6 check-in, and this will probably be it. Alrighty. Update 2 on my 0 day. Absolutely no regrets on getting the room. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's just gusting wind, driving sideways rain, rocking the rocking chairs. I imagine it's not quite this bad, a little bit down the mountain since this is kind of on the peak, but definitely would not be any fun to be hiking in, so decision well made.